Up till 6 months ago, I believed that a person could genuinely come to faith in Jesus and subjectively, personally experience eternal life, and then later on turn their back on Jesus and be lost. Purely Arminian. I don't believe that anymore. Jesus said so. Look at John 6:37. Jesus will say that if we can be lost after we have been saved, then Jesus has disobeyed the will of the Father. If we can be lost after we have been saved, then Jesus has disobeyed the will of the Father. John 6:37 to 40. Listen to this. Jesus is talking. However, those the Father has given me will, guaranteed, come to me. And I will never reject them. If the Father has given you to Jesus, you will come, and Jesus will never reject you. Never means never. Oh, but Santa, we can reject him. But where does the text say Jesus put in a qualifier, a caveat? Oh, but you can reject him, but he'll never reject you. But he still doesn't reject you. He never does. And he'll spell it out. In John 10:28, Jesus says it again more powerfully. John 10:28. Listen. I give them eternal life. And what's the result? And they will never perish. Folks, we have to take the words of Jesus very seriously. Once Father gives you to Jesus, you come to Jesus, he will give you eternal life. And what's the result? They will never perish. Never means never. Will means done deal. So once you've come to believe in Jesus, you have eternal life. You can never perish. So how can you be lost if you never perish? It's impossible. And Jesus says this was the will of God. That's why he got sent from heaven to earth to guarantee permanent salvation where you never perish, where he will never reject you. I give them eternal life. They will never perish, and no one will snatch them out of my hand. Oh, but I can leave the hand. He didn't say, but you can leave the hand. Once you're in there, you can't leave. You never perish. Done deal. Come to faith in Jesus. You never perish. But I leave. He says you never perish. No one can snatch you out of his hand. We are saved by his grip on us, his hand, not our grip on him. Let me put it like this. Here's Jesus at the cross. He's got a grip on me. I then come to faith and I put my grip on him. He's holding me here, just so I let go. He doesn't let go. Come to faith, I let go. We are saved by his grip on us, not our grip on him. Let's go back to John 6:37 and 38. And we're going to see that Jesus says that if anyone can be lost after they come to salvation, then he disobeyed the will of the Father. 37:38. Listen. All that the Father gives me will come to me, done. And whoever comes to me, I will never cast out, permanently in his grip. Verse 38. Why is this the case, Jesus, that he'll never cast them out? For I have come down from heaven, not to do my will, but the will of my Father who sent me. What? What was the will? That whoever the Father brings to me and comes to faith in me, they will never perish. I hold them in my hand. I will never let them go. And they have eternal life and they can never perish. Once you come to faith in Jesus, even if you turn on him, he holds on to you. And you will never perish. And never means never. And if you never perish, that means you have eternal life. I will give them eternal life, 10:28, and they will never perish because no one can snatch them from my hand. And should I let go? He doesn't let go because he never lets go. The will of the Father was that whoever comes to Jesus will never perish and never be taken away from his hand, because your salvation is based on his grip, not yours. Look at verse 39. verse 39, he tells us what the will of the Father is. And this is the will of God. Here it is. That I should not lose even one of all those he has given them. What? What is the will of God? Why was Jesus come to earth? That whoever Father gives to Jesus will come to Jesus. They will believe in Jesus. They'll permanently be in his hand. No one can snatch them out of his hand. They will never perish, and not even one will be lost. And this is the will of God, that I should not even lose one of those he has given me, but that I should raise them up on the last day. It's done until the end. Once saved, eternally secure. Once saved, never lost. I should not even lose one. When you come to faith, you can never be lost. And you'll never perish. Why? It's got nothing to do with your free will. Once you believe in Jesus and you put trust in Jesus, he's got you. And even though you're like this, and even you should let go, he doesn't let go. Gone. You're done. How long will it last? But that I will raise them up on the last day. Well, that's the end. Once saved, never lost until the last day. Verse 40, he says it again. For this is the will of my Father, that everyone who looks on the Son and believes in him will have eternal life, and I will raise him up on the last day. Not I might, I will. It's done. It's eternal. It's forever. It's never perished. It's never been snatched from his hand. How many times has Jesus got to say this? If you can be saved and then lost, then Jesus disobeyed the will of the Father, because none will be lost. So if one was lost, Jesus disobeyed the will of the Father, and that's impossible. That's the good news. And this bleeds wonderfully into my belief about salvation. And you know what I'm talking about there. Well, what about my bad behavior? What about my eternal reward in the afterlife? Aren't there consequences for sin in this life? Yes. Are there consequences in the next life? Yes, but not your eternal life, your reward in heaven, not if you get into heaven. That'll be another video. God bless you.